They run faster than anyone else. They hit harder than anyone else. They give everything on the field. And yet, most people only notice when they fail. Rugby players are gladiators in cleats. They endure pain most of us can't even imagine, but the spotlight, it rarely shines on the sweat, the bruises, the sacrifices. It shines on the tries you didn't score, the tackle you missed, the moments you weren't perfect. If you've ever loved rugby, you know the truth. It's not just a game, it's a war. Every match is a test of body, mind, and spirit. Every collision feels like a calculated risk. Every decision on the field can define your career or destroy it. Think about the pressure, not just the physical intensity, not just the brutal tackles, but the mental game. The constant analysis from coaches, fans, commentators, and now social media. One mistake can go viral in seconds. Your name trending for the wrong reason. And in 2025, that pressure is only getting worse. AI in training now tracks reaction times, tackle angles, fatigue levels, even heart rates. Teams are using data to predict your every move. Your mistakes are logged, dissected, replayed, analyzed. And yet, none of that takes away the human fear of impact, of letting your teammates down, of failing in front of thousands. Rugby players are modern warriors, but like any warrior, they carry invisible scars. Picture this. It's the 78th minute of a championship final. You've already taken 3 massive hits. Your legs feel like lead. Your ribs ache. Your shoulder is swollen, screaming in protest with every movement. And then here comes the break. The opposition's fastest winger cuts through your defense. It's just you and his path. You know the tackle can make or break the game. Your teammates are counting on you. The crowd holds its breath. You hit full force, and he spins out of your grasp. The try is scored. Instantly, everyone has an opinion. Fans are furious. Commentators dissect your failure. Your social media blows up. The replay shows your misstep in slow motion. But here's the thing no one sees. You weren't just trying to stop a try. You were risking your body, your health, everything you've built over years. And yet, that's invisible to the world. This is the unspoken reality of rugby. Every player is expendable. Every mistake is magnified. Every hit, every tackle, every sprint pushes your limits, and there's no pause button. The training is relentless. Off the field, it's weight rooms, sprint drills, strategy sessions. Endless hours of recovery. On the field, it's collisions that make bones rattle, shoulders pop, and hearts race. In between, it's mental endurance learning to silence doubt, push through pain, focus on the play. Ignore the crowd, sports burnout is real, and rugby players feel it harder than most. Because the game doesn't wait. The season doesn't wait. Your body doesn't wait. In 2025, mental health in athletes is finally becoming a priority. Therapists, sports psychologists, and mindfulness coaches are now part of professional teams. But even with all this support, the mental toll remains brutal. Because rugby isn't just a game of skill. It's a game of survival. It's strategy. It's aggression. It's teamwork. And it's constant. Punishing pressure. The world only sees the glory. They cheer for the try. They celebrate the victory. They post highlights online, but the behind-the-scenes struggle, the bruised bodies, the sleepless nights, the anxiety before every match, it's invisible. Every rugby player knows it. Your body is a battlefield. Your mind is a weapon. Your heart is both. Shield and target. And sometimes, it all comes crashing down. Imagine walking into the locker room after a heavy loss. Your jersey is torn, your muscles scream in protest, your pride is battered, and yet, you know you'll be back on the field tomorrow. Because the team needs you, because the fans expect you, because this is what you sign up for. Social media has changed everything. Now, every tackle, every try, every miss is replayed millions of times, every failure is amplified. Every triumph is filtered through a lens of scrutiny. Your confidence can be shredded with one viral clip, and yet, rugby players continue. Because they love the game, because the adrenaline, the camaraderie, the raw emotion of the sport is addictive. Because in those fleeting moments, the perfect tackle, the brilliant run, the try that changes a game, everything makes sense, but the cost is steep. The injuries are real. The burnout is real. The mental strain is real. In many cases, the glory doesn't match the sacrifice. Rugby players endure what few others could. They risk broken bones, concussions, torn ligaments, and chronic pain. They endure mental pressure that can fracture confidence. They face scrutiny from fans who never played the game and never felt the hits they take. Yet, despite it all, they keep running. They keep tackling. They keep scoring. Because quitting isn't an option. Because the team depends on them. Because the game is in their blood. And maybe that's why rugby players are different. Not just athletes, not just warriors, but people who willingly step into chaos, who thrive in high-pressure moments, who accept pain as part of the price for glory. But the truth remains, it really sucks to be a rugby player, because the sacrifices are massive, because the rewards are fleeting, because every day, you face the possibility of pain, failure, and public scrutiny. But here's the part that no highlight reel ever shows. The aftermath of a tackle that leaves you winded, bruised, questioning if you can move tomorrow. The moment when you sit on the sidelines, watching the team play, knowing you can't contribute fully. That's when rugby hits hardest. It's the loneliness, the silence after a tough match, the ache in your joints that no massage or ice bath can fully erase, the self-doubt creeping in when a mistake goes viral online. In 2025, that's just as punishing as any hit. Social media amplifies every slip, every misstep, one failed pass, one missed tackle, one lost scrum, and suddenly you're trending for all the wrong reasons. Memes, clips, analysis threads. and they spread faster than any applause for a brilliant try. Fans dissect your every move. Should have been there. Missed tackle. You cost the team. And even though teammates know the truth, the pressure sticks, it lingers, and yet, despite the brutality, rugby players keep returning. They push through the pain. They train longer. They endure because rugby isn't just a sport, it's identity. It's the code they live by. It's a brotherhood, a sisterhood, a family that understands the sacrifices no one else can see. It's the locker room jokes after a punishing practice, the late-night conversations about pain, fear, and doubt, the camaraderie that keeps them going when the stadium is empty and the cameras are gone. The science of training has evolved. AI systems analyze movements, track fatigue, predict injuries, nutritionists optimize recovery. Sports psychologists guide mental resilience, but nothing can replicate the raw, gut-level courage it takes to run headfirst into another human being at full speed, even with all the data, even with every microsecond analyzed. The split-second decisions and instinctual reactions are still entirely human, and humans can break. Every match is a test of limits, not just physical, but emotional. Every hit challenges confidence. Every try tests focus. Every whistle reminds you the game never stops, even when your body screams too. And this is why burnout is common. The mental and physical toll is relentless. The risk of injury looms every play. The constant expectation of performance is unyielding, yet the love for the game keeps them coming back, because there's a rare, almost addictive reward in those fleeting victories. It's in the perfect tackle that flips the scoreboard, in the try that changes the momentum of a match, in the roar of the crowd. Collective and overwhelming, acknowledging a sacrifice that most people will never understand. Those moments justify the pain, the bruises, the stress, the endless hours of training, but let's not romanticize it too much. The truth remains stark. Being a rugby player is punishing, it's thankless at times, it's brutal beyond what fans can see, and it's emotionally exhausting, from early morning conditioning to late-night strategy sessions, from bruised bones to mental pressure, from social media backlash to career-threatening injuries. Rugby players carry a load that few understand. The knocks are constant, the pressure to perform relentless, the scrutiny unending, and the recovery always a race against time. Yet, despite all of this, they do it. They step onto the field, they take the hits, they chase the ball because the game is bigger than themselves, because the team depends on them, because their personal pride, their drive, their identity, it all ties back to the game. And that's why they're not just athletes, they're warriors. Not for fame, not for glory, but for the love of the game. Consider the injuries they hide to avoid being benched, the sleepless nights of rehabilitation, the endless physiotherapy sessions that leave them exhausted before they even reach the pitch, the way they mentally replay every collision, every mistake, every missed tackle, analyzing it endlessly. Some nights, they can easily sleep because they are running through hypothetical plays in their head, what they could have done differently, how to anticipate the next hit, how to protect themselves and the team. And yet, they train again the next day, pushing through pain that would stop most people. Because resilience isn't optional, it's mandatory, it's survival. Mental health in rugby has become a key focus in 2025. Players are encouraged to speak openly with psychologists and mentors, but stigma still exists. Many feel the need to hide their struggles, to show toughness, to keep the facade of invincibility, and social media makes it harder. A viral video of a missed tackle or failed play can damage confidence instantly. The world judges, often without understanding the physical and emotional effort it took to even be in that moment. Yet, despite all this, rugby players endure. They continue running, tackling, strategizing, pushing limits. Because in those moments, the perfect pass, the line break, the try that defies expectation, they find meaning, they find joy, they find a sense of purpose that outweighs all the pain. So why does it really suck to be a rugby player? Because the sacrifices are immense, because the world only sees the highlight moments, because the physical and mental battles are constant, because every day demands everything, and then some. But maybe, just maybe, that's what makes them unforgettable. The resilience, the courage, the willingness to give it all, every single time. Smash that like button if you've ever admired someone who fights through impossible odds. Which rugby player inspires you the most? Drop their name in the comments, we want to know who keeps pushing the limits. And don't forget to subscribe, because tomorrow we've got a behind-the-scenes story about a pro athlete whose sacrifices will blow your mind.